You guys accidentally hit the button, but as you can see, Hifumi said, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming that fact.
What? You're joking, right?
So if you're just coming back, we just found out that Chihiro is a little boy. But I don't care. Chihiro wanted to be a girl. We're gonna keep calling her
I
her.
wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Wow. It's still shocking because she doesn't look anything like a boy though. Like, I get it, there's some really pretty boys out there, but oh my god, like she's a
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Oh, shut up, Monokuma, you didn't know anything.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
I wonder how many guys in here had a crush on Chihiro.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire. I wish I had killed him.
Oh, okay, see, I agree with some of the things that Choco is saying, but that ain't the one.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
I guess Kyoko understood that none of us knew.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Sure, I guess. Alright, so...
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yep.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. Now I really wish if you guys, I don't want you guys to answer this because I'm probably gonna do a playthrough through everybody's story, but I was gonna say that if I had got closer to her, wish she had revealed it to me at some point. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
One second, you guys, I'm gonna change something that is bothering me. There we go. Alright, sorry.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Monokuma's a monster.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Interesting.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Yeah.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not like anybody would have bat an eye if Chihiro was found in a boys' locker room, so why move her? Like, why move her in the first place? It would have. I guess a couple eyes would have been bad at it, because I would have been like, how did she get in there? If Monokuma himself said that you can't get in the boys' locker room. That'd been the only thing I could think of. And then when they mentioned that you can borrow the dead kids' handbooks, it wouldn't have been that hard, I guess.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
You were...
This is the most titillating situation!
Don't make me laugh, Toku. Jill. This is not Toku. Toku is annoying. Jill is actually kind of funny.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Not all of them.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
You're not helping yourself, stupid, when you said that her body fell off.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
I still don't believe that he's the killer, but I mean, there's no evidence pointing at anyone else yet.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
And that's only because of the Genocide Jack thing. We honestly thought that it was him, but it can't be. It's got to be someone else. If he just set up the way it looked, it can't possibly be him.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this.
Unless he's crazy.
Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
Unless he's crazy.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Or maybe he just didn't find nothing else. And well, there's a whole warehouse he could have used.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
Because you would have known.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
You know we were right the whole time. You went in there and disgustingly set up her murder to look like Genocide Jack did it. Just so you can reveal Toku, make yourself look like a freaking puzzle solver when you set it up in the first place and knew the answer already, you cheater. And then, I don't know, maybe you just don't like Makoto that much.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter
How do
it.
you happen to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room? What were you doing in the girls' locker room anyway?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
Respect, Chihiro.
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
No, the reason why you did this is more important right now. Did you not like Chihiro that much? Do you know who the killer is? Like, there's so many questions like running through my head right now.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Hiro, are you not listening to anybody? Hiro, look at me, Sit quietly.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
See, Kyoko knows.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Exactly. It's like it's not getting through to their head. Like they're quick to throw blame on Byakuya, but they don't understand that if you vote for the wrong person, you're gonna die. Like it's not like it's like it's not clicking in their head.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
And now,
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
this is more like tag to me. You think about it, it's not like hide and seek, it's more like tag. It just everyone's picking someone and then you gotta chase and run around and find stuff. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means Chihiro's killer was a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, who would need a boys' handbook to get in? Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But there's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Alright. What is our argument? Celeste's account. Okay.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the
would've
killer,
been
they would have said
Byakuya.
something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer.
This is what we have to shoot.
And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Don't scare Hifumi like that. No. As a matter of fact, there is an eyewitness account regarding Chihiro. I didn't mean to hit that. She has more information than that. Yeah, Celeste. She saw her.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Isn't it?
Well,
Okay.
Clues are one thing.
Did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the killer.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
I guess we
It's
can shoot
all
that
over.
too.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer.
And only the killer.
No.
No, that's wrong.
So I guess you guys can answer that question. And was I supposed to shoot that
I
one
believe
or
someone
what
else
Hina
did
said?
see the victim before he was murdered.
Because I'm not
What
for
do you
sure.
think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto. That is cute. I suppose only Makoto.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
And there goes her accent. It disappeared at that last split second.
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse.
It disappeared again.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag.
That's good that she did see this, because it makes it a little more clear what Chihiro was going to go do. And if we can just pinpoint who Chihiro was going to go see, maybe? Because I don't think she would have went out by herself.
And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd rather get going. I'm kind of in a hurry. Now, why would she be in a hurry?
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
That's something you wouldn't know nothing about, Fumi.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Because he didn't want you guys to know his secret.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
The only people I can think of off the back that I feel like he would trust would probably have been Makoto, ourselves, and I guess Mondo? But I don't think I can't think of any other guy in here that he would trust. He's definitely not gonna trust Hifumi. Hiro's too dumb. I maybe Taka, but she never really like went to Taka for anything. Like she never like comment. You know how people tend to show when they care or know something or like somebody or something like that. And the only person she showed that type of affection to was Mondo. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. I'm just throwing my
Enough
ideas
so that he
out
was
there.
willing to risk his secret being revealed. What a marvelous friendship!
Shut up, Jill. Don't make me smile right now.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Yeah.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
So, let me tell you what I think it is. It might be wrong, so hear me out. You guys, if you pay close attention, I try to pay close attention, that's why I'm usually quiet. Not Toku. Celeste did not mention what color the tracksuit was. She also didn't mention what she said. And she also didn't mention the color of the bag either. So maybe we might get somebody to mention like the color of the tracksuit or something, or the color of the bag, or something that just kind of threw it off in Celeste's account.
Huh?
I'm not for sure. Let me look at it. Truth bullet. Yeah, truth bullet. It'll be in truth bullets. Makoto's go down to Celeste's account. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seemed she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Blue exercise clothes. She did not say anything. No one said anything about the color of the outfit whatsoever. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise. So, can I scroll down? Oh. Forgot. But the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto. So, everything that she said right now has to do with what we know.
You know who the killer is.
We do?
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed
I
of.
think that's what it is.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that?
Obvious who was waiting for him.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
No, I think it's the color of the bag and the color of the suit.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe. but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse.
Yeah.
All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Then it's got to be the color of the suit, right?
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from.
That's what's it. That's it. It's the color of the tracksuit. It's got to be.
Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Okay. Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow. It's really hard to believe. No, it's not, Makoto. Open your eyes. It's there. Someone's going to make a mistake. And we're going to find out who did such an awful thing to our favorite person, Chihiro.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
You might be right. You might be right.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Y'all heard it.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to
Y'all
figuring
heard
out
that, right?
who the culprit
heard it?
is?
No way.
Uh-uh.
Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Y'all. He told on himself. He told on himself. She's right. What he said just now is really odd. No one, I'm keeping track, you guys, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but no one said what color the tracksuit was.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
So next why did he choose the
What do you mean, the specific
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Oh, no.
My tracksuit is black.
Wait. No. I pressed the wrong buttons.
Shoot!
I pressed the wrong buttons. I'm so sorry.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was
I
headed.
pressed
He
the
was
wrong
on his
buttons
way,
and it
so
messed me
next
up.
why did he
I know
choose?
what
What
it
do you
is.
mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one.
So,
The killer was wearing the same
Same blue tracksuit as him.
It's that.
No, that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
He told on his... Mondo, don't tell me it's really you.
What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw them stuffing the blue... that blue. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into his duffel bag. And then I assumed he was heading off to exercise. But that's not...
she never said anything about the jacket's color.
Never said anything about the color of the jacket. Why?
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the
Mondo.
trial, did you tell anyone that?
suspicious, Makoto.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Mondo, you better tell us something. You better defend yourself.
Because I'm
sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it.
I'm only quiet, you guys, because I'm thinking if there was any other way he could have known. And I can't figure anything out.
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
There was nothing there. We still didn't find anything unless we were supposed to. And you guys can let me know that too. Were we supposed to find something as far as the duffel bag and the blue tracksuit? Because if so, I didn't find it.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died.
Cherry.
That's the only possibility.
I love it. I like it, Jill. See, Jill's the only person that hasn't disrespected Chihiro.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
But cherries are small and cute. Just like Chihiro.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
How?
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
But he stuffed it in a duffel.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
he stuffed it in. She stuffed the jacket into the bag and hurried. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly,
out and just
you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Literally, because you're gonna get executed.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did.
And this monster's just enjoying it.
Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
How did you know, Toko? Please, Kyoko. It sounds the same. Don't judge me.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, because I hate him. Oh, so we're playing as Kyoko. The way he was acting, the way he talked, it could have been either one.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
The way he talked.
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
So he knew that.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
That's such a small detail. And I was thinking, and my gut told me to pick the way he talks, and I hope it doesn't like mess up the story or anything, but it's such a small detail, but it's something to pay attention to, and that tells you that Kyoko paid attention to that. And I noticed that he did say dude was all messed up, like or dude had some kind of strength something he said. I can't remember what he said, but in the locker room he said something about Chihiro, and they kind of threw it off.
You notice such a tiny detail?
It's a very tiny detail.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one.
Mondo.
Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, this hurts. And it's not because I like you, but it's because of who you killed. Why did you is it because she's weak? And that's what's gonna hurt the most when I find out, is that he killed her because she was weak.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I'm gonna stop it right there, you guys, because I feel like we're coming close to the end now. So thank you guys so much. I really hope he didn't just go after her because she was weak. And please don't ruin it for me, you guys. There's already so much going on in the world. The last thing we need is a story ruined too. But I want you guys to like, subscribe, share. Hold on to your seats if you don't know what's going on. And if you do know what's going on, hold my hand, because I don't think I'm going to be able to handle that he killed her because she was weak. But I love each and every one of you, and I'll see the rest of you guys in the next video. Bye.